Welcome to Curious Goldfish, a podcast community where music and curiosity come together through interesting conversations with the music makers of our world. I'm your host, Jason English. You can find Curious Goldfish in all the major podcast and social media platforms, and of course, we have all of our content on our website, curiousgoldfish.com. Hey, Jackie, so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
You know, I feel like we just met. I feel like this is a little bit of a wasted opportunity for me, just to be honest, because it's 9:30 on a Thursday morning. And I'm here with Jackie Nelson, one of the dominant forces in pop, EDM, dance music today. And I feel like we should be clearing this room out, putting on some music and dancing. But it just feels like it's too early.
What's funny is I actually do everything first thing in the morning.
Do you really?
I roll out of bed and I start singing. That's what I do.
Oh,
I
no
just
way.
roll
Okay.
Straight in. I walk my dogs, and then I get in the booth.
Okay. Well, that's good. But yeah, to me, it's like, okay, I wish it was, midnight on a Friday here in Nashville, and you can take me out and we can just go like crush it.
I think you'd have to take me out because I've never been here before.
Oh, you haven't been here to Nashville? All right. Well, good. Good. Well, we're here at a songwriters retreat. That's like a mix of like all these different creative people, artists, singer-songwriters, producers. It's kind of a crazy blend of everything you could ask for. I guess how'd you get involved with this?
Matthew Tuck basically just slid into my DMs one day and was like, "Hey, do you want to come to this?" And
No
I was
way.
like, absolutely.
Okay.
Duh.
All right.
I've been looking for this kind of event to attend for a long time, and so I was really grateful to be invited, and I'm really grateful to be here and get to work with all these amazing artists. Some of these people, like, you would think they would have 1 million people listening to them every day, but
no, I know.
But they're not getting those opportunities yet. So
yeah.
I've gotten to work with a few of them, write for them, produce for them.
Okay.
And it's been a really fun time.
Okay. So yeah, coming into this week, what was like a good outcome for you?
A good outcome for me is to land a car commercial.
Okay. So
that's what I want.
That's very specific.
Yeah.
All right.
I've had a publishing deal. I know.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that's good. Is it different when you have that because a lot of people are here, I think the term is called syncing, right? Looking for the syncing opportunities, which is like, commercials, movies, television. Is it a different mindset for you when like you're trying to do that versus just in general about heartbreak or about, whatever?
I've done stuff kind of all over the spectrum for this trip, but I've definitely been focusing on, especially initially it was like we did I produced a rock anthem style, like Let's Get ESPN.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then the next one I did was like a kids product commercial, like Cotton Candy Dreams was the title. And the next one, I'm just focused on let's get it.
Yeah. Okay.
But I did do some really solid songs too. So far, I'm not done yet. This is our last day today, but I already scheduled to work with some of the girls after we leave.
Okay, good. Yeah.
We found some space to work, and I have my box over there somewhere.
Yeah.
With all my gear, I literally brought it with me.
Awesome.
And we can just keep rocking.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. So I knew we were going to get on pretty well because I was reading an interview that you did, I think about a year ago, and someone asked you what are the couple characteristics or areas of things that you would recommend artists focus on. You talked about community, you talked about different things like that, but your first one was curiosity, right? And so that's the theme of what I'm trying to do here, Curious Goldfish. There's a whole thing around curiosity. So I knew we would get on pretty good if you led with that. I guess why do you think that's so important?
Because it's the key to learning anything. It's the first step towards interest.
Yeah.
Your curiosity, you're curious about something, and then you find it interesting.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you have a hobby, and then you have a passion.
Right.
It's a crucial step. You have to want to know.
Do you think are artists curious enough? Do you think?
think it depends on the artist.
Yeah.
And what they're curious about.
Yeah. What are you curious about right now?
I am curious. You know what? I'm curious about the style of simple pop percussion arrangements that I've been hearing on this trip.
That's very specific again. Gosh. All right.
Short tail kind of stuff.
So what is that like for someone that literally knows nothing about music? Like, what does that mean? Like for you?
I, in dance music, tend to want to make everything really big, take up a lot of space sonically, long tails, so that's like reverb, that's delay. I work a lot of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You're never going to throw that on the kick, but like, you know, with like, you know, a snare, for me, I always want it to like instead of
Oh, okay.
But you can do so much with just
the
and it's like if you can get really creative with the rhythm, like you can do so much with it.
Okay. So you're curious about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. All right, that's a good answer. All right. That's good. Yeah, so like I'm in the corporate world as my day job. My whole thing every day I'm shocked at how there's a lack of curiosity in corporate world, you know? And it drives me
Well, they have to be there.
Well, it drives me crazy because it's like if same thing with relationships, right? So like the first, I'm single I just turned 50 and I started dating a couple of years ago after a long relationship. And I was shocked at how uncurious people are. Like, you know, when you go out to a drink or a dinner and like, they like to talk about themselves. It's like really like,
I mean,
you know, it's so
frustrating. You could have gotten that from the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah.
That's normal. You just got to learn how to navigate it.
Yeah. So I appreciate your respect for curiosity.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Good. All right. So I'm curious about something about you.
All right.
So you've got an incredible song called Seven Nation Army. 82 million streams.
On Spotify.
Yeah, that's just like one platform.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I did the numbers and it crossed 100 million.
Oh my gosh.
Like across platforms a couple months ago.
So a million of anything seems impossible for a lot of things, you know, whether it's whatever, you know, but 100 million, that's something to, like, what does that mean to you?
So I remember I was, I don't know, this was pre-2020. So I must have been 2019. And I was living in LA with my sister and my best friend. And we were sitting around a table, kind of like that short table with notebooks. And we had like candles lit. And it was like late night. We were just doing a manifestation session.
Okay.
Where we would section it out according to 5 sections. It was your career, spirituality, your work, because career and work is not always the same. Your relationship or relationships, can be friends,
sure.
Relationships, just relationships in general.
Yeah.
I forget what the last one was, but anyway, for my career, I remember being so scared to write down that I wanted to have 10 million streams on one song.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. 10x.
Yeah.
And you 10x that. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So for those of you that are going to watch this and listen to this, you may not know what the name of the song is, and you may not know it's Jaki, but you've heard the song. Like you've heard the song. It's incredible. So what's the context of Seven Nation Army for you personally, and like how'd that all come about?
That was during 2020. I'm pretty sure we were already in lockdown. I think so, because that was right around the time that I decided to completely shift my attention and my business plan, because previous to that I had been just throwing social media at the wall, like, will this work? No.
Yeah.
How about this?
Yeah.
Nope. How about that?
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Cool. And so I had spent so much time on that, and it had gotten me on tour, which is great, but I still didn't have people listening online. And that's really what I care about, because you can track it.
Yeah.
Numbers.
Yeah. There's metrics. Yeah.
Metrics. You can do a lot with that information. So streaming was really important to me. So I decided to just abandon social media for a while. I'm coming back now.
Okay.
But I just was like, all right, I'm just going to put as much music as I possibly can out. And that's kind of what I put into the universe. And That was like one of the first ones that came.
That was one of the first ones. Jeez, that's a good start.
After that, decision was made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the first ones, but yeah, it changed my numbers from, I think going into 2020, I was doing about 13,000 a month, and now I've gone up to as high as 1.9 million.
Okay.
A
month. Okay. Do you remember the moment you're like, okay, this is different?
Yes. I was driving around, I think I was like going to the mall, and I got this message from the producer, and he's like, yo, Nicole Scherzinger, which is the lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls, just posted our song on her Instagram, like working out to it. And it got like a lot of attention. Wow. And all of a sudden we started seeing like our numbers going up. And then we started getting these playlists because we weren't getting a lot of attention on it. Like it wasn't it was kind of kind of hanging around. Yeah. It wasn't streaming super hard. And then all of a sudden it started going, and then it started going and going and going, and it looks like a bell curve because like it's still, I mean, as recently as a couple months ago, like shot up again because it was getting like Tiesto radio, Martin Garrix radio, Seven radio, like all the dance guys, David Guetta radio. It got all of them. Gosh. Like it just boop, 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 all of my favorites, and I was just like, and I just saw the numbers just like woo, and I was like, all right, we're doing it again.
Yeah, let's run this back. Yeah, that's good. All right, well, congrats on that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So can I ask a kind of a layman's question about the streaming stuff? We hear all the time how the streaming, the monetization of the streaming is tough for artists because it's like literally a 16th of a penny for each stream, right? You're one of the first artists I've talked to that I think is at the level where it's something that's coming. Like, what does that look like actually after 10 million, 50 million from a monetary perspective? Like maybe not the actual dollars and cents, but it's like every month are you getting a check from Spotify or
6 months? It's not from Spotify, it's from my label.
Okay.
My label's in France, so it's kind of like a hoops thing because there's a whole tax thing.
Yeah, the whole tax thing.
Once I get my taxes done for the year, then I can submit a request from the IRS to say that I have a certification of residency. Okay. And then I have to send that to France, and then they can pay me.
Okay.
I only usually get paid like once a year because it takes a whole.
But is it something?
You could get it done every 6 months if you're like really on it. And you get your taxes done like in January.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I would hope that with all that streams, it's something that you get excited about.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah. No, that's Christmas.
So that's good. Okay.
That's better than Christmas.
Because some people are getting checks for like $6.
Oh, like, I get those too.
So I'm just like, how does this? They don't make sense, But
yeah, it just depends how many hands are in the pot.
Yeah.
I also got very lucky because I was actually hired to do this cover. Like DJ Fluke came to me and was like, "Hey, I think you'd be amazing on this. I want you to do it." Okay. And so I did it, and they still gave me like 50% of the master rights. Okay. So, and then there's the label cut, but still like, all right. Most with where I was in my career at the time, that normally did not happen. Yeah. And I didn't even realize for the longest time until they started sending me checks, and I was like, huh?
Yeah, that's good.
I've had other songs go like 5 million, like here and there, other ones, and the checks they're good, but they're not like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm excited that you're going to buy lunch for me today. I'm really excited about that. So thank you.
As long as they have a salad at the restaurant, I am so nutrient deficient right now.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Yeah, we're in Nashville, so there's a lot of fried chicken here.
I found a really amazing kale salad down the street.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
The row was amazing.
Okay, yeah. I ate there last night. Oh, yeah, it's good. All right,
really good.
That's funny you said that. Okay, cool. So where are you at? Do you think as an artist today? It doesn't matter what context. Where are you at today, and where do you want to be?
So today I'm in a position where I have a consistent stream of producers that come to me and want to work together. And it's so consistent that I actually have a wait list about a month long.
Oh, good for you.
They all have to pay me because otherwise I can't afford to do it. And it's sometimes longer than a month. and I'm just constantly churning out new songs. I usually take on about 1 writing gig a week for 3 recording gigs for that week. So about 4 songs a week I'm churning out. And so that's nice.
Yeah, that's good.
But what I really want, is I want one of the things that I write to just like go crazy.
Go bonkers.
I want, I want that car commercial, but I also want that, like BB Rexa track. Like I want to.
Yeah.
I want to be able to get on tour with like these artists that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Hey, baby. And just like be able to like, be able to walk into any room in Nashville or LA or New York or London, any of these music cities, and just be able to like, have a good time, write some stuff, maybe produce some stuff, just be of service to the industry.
Okay. All right. Well, I love that. That's a good ambition. So would you consider yourself more of a songwriter, a singer-songwriter, a producer? Like what do you gravitate towards?
Okay. So I've been singing since I was born.
Mm-hmm.
I like rolled out of the womb and was singing along with the radio. Like they try to take, that trick where they take you in the car and they try to do the circles around the block.
Yeah.
And my mom was like,
to put you to sleep. Yeah.
She's singing. This isn't working. My dad was a rock and roller in the 70s and 80s. So,
okay.
It comes natural. So singing to me is like bread and butter. I can do that with my eyes closed.
Sure.
Half asleep, usually do.
Yeah.
And actually, it's my preferred way of working. The more tired, the better.
Okay.
Same for songwriting, actually.
Okay.
Songwriting is a skill that I've like developed more since I was, a late teenager to now.
Okay.
So that's something that, it's not so like second nature. It is second nature, but it's not like something that I could literally, like, you can hand me anything.
Yeah.
And I can sing.
Okay.
Production is the next step after that, because that was like my first true love in music.
Okay.
And it's something that I hold really close to my heart and I care so much about that I'm very careful with it. So I take my time on my productions.
Yeah.
I'll take like 6 weeks on a production to a normal person's like couple days.
Okay.
Because I'm going to listen to it over and over and over again. I'm going to find every little teeny tiny moment, and then I'm going to like add little ear candy things, and it has to be just right.
Yeah.
And I love the art of production. Like that's where my curiosity really was sparked in the music industry.
Okay.
That's how I got into the music industry, and it's what has kept me in the music industry.
All right. Awesome. Well, what can people look forward to the rest of this year and then next year for you?
I'm putting out a song that I'm really excited about because, when I've performed it the last year or so, we've had it ready for a minute. It's the best reaction I've ever gotten to a song live, ever, including 70s Charmy. Yeah. And they know that one.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And this one's original. This is something that I wrote. It's called Tweedledee Tweedledum. I'm actually flying to LA to do a music video for it literally next weekend.
Okay.
And I'm super excited about it. It's a stark difference from what I normally do. It's very pop. It's very tight. It's very simple, but it's deep.
Okay. What's the story behind it? What's the context?
The context, I could tell you the specific story, but it's more of an allegory for life as a woman or life as a man. There's actually 2 singers on it. So there's my perspective and there's my buddy Joey's perspective as a man in the music industry. For us, it's the music industry, but it's also society as a whole. Okay. And it's, having to perform, whether that's in your job or whether that's in your relationship or whatever that applies to, but just not feeling like you are yourself.
Okay.
And trying to just be something for someone else.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
That's exciting, and good luck the rest of the year, and good luck finishing up this songwriters retreat. Sounds like it's been a success.
Yeah. I can't believe how many songs I've worked on and genres. I've just been like, boom, boom, boom. Let's switch genre again. It's been 2 hours.
Yeah. Awesome. And get that car commercial.
I know, right?
Right? All right. Well, thanks, Jackie.
Thank you very much.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.